kind of went off the faith of God and said, I'm going to get a van, it's going to work out. And it's been working out. But I like to be able to go to stop in different states.
Work and travel at the same time, get paid to travel.
Exactly. To being able to do what I want today. We don't want to feel good. If I'm sick, or whatever.
I get to not work.
How can people make money in this business with these vans?
It's a very profitable business. As Manny said, he just did a run to Florida and he made little shy under $2,000.
And that's a day job because like you said, you didn't start.
One day. I can make more than I ever made at a job, and I don't do nowhere near as much work.
Alright, so we back with another video. As y'all could already see by the title, y'all probably know what's going on. I got my two cousins here. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves real quick.
Manny.
Kiara.
Okay, and my cousins came out here to help me out today and just teach people about a different business venture that a lot of people don't even know exists, or some people might do know exists and wonder how can I get into it. So tell us what the name of the business is, number one.
Our name is Regal Enterprise. We have a cargo van business.
Coming from the dumbest of terms, somebody who's never heard that before, like me, somebody who isn't in that business, just give me a brief overview of what this business is and how it works.
Well, basically, we are in the logistics business. So that's just the transporting of goods from starting point, a shipper, to the end user. That's the store or directly to a customer. Right now, like he said, we have 2 cargo vans and we have contracts and we deliver goods and items from the shipper to the customer.
So simple as that, just delivering goods.
Delivering goods, yep. Delivering stuff in the cargo van. Whatever can fit in our van, basically.
Anything? A couch?
A couch.
A dog, a horse?
I done moved an envelope up to a whole filled van of furniture just to Florida last week.
I remember that. That's no cat. But walk us through a typical day of how that would go. I went with you today. I kind of saw the ins and outs, so.
So that's what you what you went through with me today was an actual contract that we have for one of the vans. It's a medical contract, and
what is a contract for a van? Because people might think an NBA contract, you're getting paid.
No,
so
a contract just basically with the vans, we not working for nobody. We working with them. You know what I mean? It's not like I work for your company or whatever. I'm working with, you're hiring Regal Enterprise to come do what you need, to deliver what you need delivered. So the medical contract, we pick up stuff in the morning. We have a certain route that we do. We go pick up these crates filled with like different medicines or whatever is in them that go to different pharmacies and different stores. We go to, for instance, Walmart, Target, like things like that. We go to different stores and we just deliver for them, and we take a bunch of like the stuff that the empty crates, we take them back. But yeah, that is a set contract for one of the vans. And then with the second van, I take the second van and we do actual like runs and loads. That one is not on no contract though.
Yeah, so that one can go anywhere. So
yeah,
like,
I go.
Where's the
like
farthest
freelance.
that you've traveled with that one? Because this one was more
Florida just was my furthest. I did Florida last weekend.
That's 15 hours.
It was actually 17.
My fault, OG. And I'm going to further elaborate on what Manny just shared with you guys. So the way we operate our company right now, we have 2 vehicles. One with the pharmaceutical route that he just described. That's considered a dedicated route. And we're having a dedicated route. There's a specific day, time that you have to do that route. So our route, for instance, is a Monday through Friday route. No matter what, we know Monday through Friday we have to go fulfill that contract, that obligation that we have. So the contract is just binding us together. So Regal Enterprise will provide these services, to the company that we work for during these days and times, stuff like that. And this is what our pay will look like and stuff like that. That's how we work.
So that's your guaranteed pay.
There you go. That would be exactly dedicated, guaranteed. So those are the ones that they don't give you as much freedom to do, but you know that your money is coming. You know that at the end of the week you work and you'll get paid. You're not really having to figure out or find anything. Or you're not waking up trying to figure out your money or your schedule for that day. Yeah. That is already set up. Now, our other vehicle, which is the one that Manny typically governs, and that's really his vehicle, is more of a freelance, where we working directly with dispatchers and brokers and different companies who want their stuff moved or from one place to the next. So that on a typical day like that, Manny would have to get up and he would either look on a load board, and the load board lists different routes. It's telling you where it's picking up from and where we'll be dropping off. And it's up for you to decide to bid on them, to decide, hey, I want to go there, or hey, I need to go. As he spoke of Florida, he knew he was going to Florida. If he had room in his truck, he could have went on the load board and found something going to Florida.
The load board actually
well.
breaks down the size, the weight, everything. So you know what you might not know what you're taking, but you know how much it weighs. You know the dimensions and everything for it. So you know if you can fit something else or whatever the case, you can get it.
So you basically got all the details come from that.
Yes,
load board.
from the different load boards, like I said, or brokers, shippers like dispatchers.
So how can people find like these daily routes or just freelance type routes? Like
so typically, you go on like different apps, load board apps. There's several different load board apps out there. You different websites that you can go on, online websites that you can go on and find. And
Give us one website.
Yeah, actually, a really good one to find jobs, especially jobs in your area, is Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed.com, and you put
we
in.
We found a few contracts off Indeed since we had our cargo vans. We had them since we bought our first one in February 23, and we bought our second one in February 24, and currently looking for a third one.
So not even 2 years fully into this business and already got 2 vans. So it's definitely scalable.
Yeah,
let's go actually show these people these vans.
Absolutely.
So this is actually the van right here. We got the Ram 350, big body, big yachty. Yeah, so this is y'all second van, right?
Yeah, this is our second van. Our first van is actually up in the shop. Getting our regular routine maintenance. And maintenance is very, very, very important when you're in this industry, because you need your vehicle to continue to perform. So you want to make sure that you're always having your maintenance done, because you don't want your van to go down, because if it's down, not making any money.
So let's start off with just like the simplest terms possible, and how do people get started with even purchasing a van, or like tell us about this van, the size of it, how y'all got it, and just whatever y'all want to share.
Okay, so this one is like we said, the second van. This one is 12 feet. This is the Ram ProMaster 3500. Right now it's the stuff we were talking about, the empty crates from the medical route that we were discussing. We have to pick these up, and when we drop them off, they full, and we pick them up empty and drop them back off to the warehouse. But I love it.
So a typical.
So how do people get?
Start.
Yeah, like if somebody who wants to start this business, how would they get a van?
So
do they need to have a bunch of money? Can they start it with anything?
So you can finance just like with anything else. Any business you're starting, you should have some type of startup capital.
Yeah.
Some way, shape, or form. And depending on the business, how much you need. I can't really speak for, what other people would need, but at the very minimum, you're going to need, if you're financing it, you're going to need a down payment, and then the money for your insurance.
Okay,
on your vehicles, right? So with that being said, it just literally depends on you. Each vehicle costs different prices. Like we said, we went with the Ram ProMaster. We did a little bit of research on that, and we saw that the longevity and things of the vehicle was one that was suitable for us. So we went with the Ram ProMaster. Our other ProMaster is a 1500, so it's much smaller. So when we got the second one, we figured we'd scale up, because like Manny just described, this is a 12-foot van, so we can fit about 3 pallets when you're doing your regular distance. 3 full pallets in this. And this van actually has a load where they can carry up to 4,600 pounds worth of weight on this 3,500.
Y'all might not even really be able to see how tall this van is, so I'm gonna stand in it and show y'all. What do you say? We could slap box in this van.
Do everything. I got
I'm
chairs.
about 5'11", and I can't even stand on my tippy toes and touch the surface. So this is like, look, my arms. Like, this is a big van. There's a lot of space in the back, all of that. All right, so next, let's talk about a little bit about how the money behind this works. Everybody loves money. How can people make money in this business with these vans?
Okay, so it's a very profitable business. When your vans is rolling, as I said, you never want to have your vans down. You make sure they're rolling. So typically, with a dedicated contract like we have, you can make, depending on how many routes you can do or get up to, you can make, upwards, let's call it between $8 and $2,000 a week.
A week?
On a dedicated. Yeah, on a dedicated contract. There's a lot of different contracts that you can make $2,000 or more than on it. But when you're freelancing, you kind of can really guide it yourself. So you might get, depending on how far you go, because in this business, everything is based off mileage. You get paid by mileage in this business. Cargo vans, you get $1 and some change, $1 and like 30 cents or so a mile. So the further you go, they do economy of scale, so they kind of scale it back. So if you anything over 500, they're not giving you per mile. You kind of giving them like a bulk price. But yeah, you might have a load and not trying to get into our deep in our finances. But as Manny said, he just did a run to Florida and he made little shy over under $2,000.
And that's a day drive because like you said, you didn't start.
One day.
Well, he different. I ain't gonna lie. He's a driving machine. A lot of people might need to net.
I just started driving in February 23.
You didn't even like driving.
I didn't like.
He didn't even like driving. Look at that.
And now it's a peace of mind. I love driving.
That is one of the things about this business.
So what's your favorite things about the business?
I like it because I can make more than I ever made at a job, and I don't do nowhere near as much work like on my body, just physical work and all that. Sometimes the most I have to do is strap something down with the strap.
And those bins that y'all see in there, they no more than 4 pounds?
Yeah,
no more than 5. No, not even 10.
Not nowhere near 10.
Yeah, probably 5 at the
3-4 pounds.
Yeah, so it's no heavy lifting.
Even
nothing.
with stuff in it, they don't make them too heavy. That's why it's so many. It'd be one thing. It might be one.
Like you said,
empty.
the driving is most of the work,
the
and
driving is all
that's
the work.
nothing.
But you get to the difference is you get to eat when you want. You get to
talk.
You don't get no lunch break. Like I have to ask I don't have to ask a boss. I just have to get this done in a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? And as long as you're not playing, they give you more than enough time.
Yeah.
Like they give you a run to just say Florida, they might give you 2-3 days. I just told you I got there in 1 day. So it can happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you get to do what you want as you please, but still make money doing it.
Yeah.
And nice money. Like we started a business from it.
How about you, Key?
And I agree. I think the autonomy is the biggest part.
What's autonomy? I don't even know what that
just the being able to do what I want
on your own terms.
On my own terms, yes. So just me on my own. I get this. So we get today. We don't
I'm
want
not
to
feeling
feel
good. If I'm sick,
or whatever.
I get to not work today. But tomorrow I could go harder.
So for me and him, he said, "Hey, what's your?"
Because that's how you know he really let it in. Look, look at the smile on his face.
And I also like the travel part. I like to be able to go to stop in different states, and because when you're traveling different states, you kind of get to visit different states. We come from a family of travelers, so the fact that you get to stop at different
work
states
and travel at the same time, get paid to travel.
Exactly. And a couple of times we was actually able to stop at family members' house. Hence, to come down to your house when we were driving through, so stuff like that. So we get to kind of visit family and stuff that where we probably wouldn't as much as we do now.
And let's wrap it up with some things that y'all wish y'all knew, that y'all like figured out later on in the business, that like if y'all could tell yourself when y'all first started, it maybe would have saved y'all some trouble, saved y'all some money, or anything like that. I
would have did a little bit more research on the front end, like some more due diligence as far as with the contracts and finding different dispatches and stuff. Because right now we're still trying to get our set pool of dispatchers that we work with, load boards that we're on, and different contracts. So we're still like in the infancy stages when it comes to that stuff. So I probably would have done more front end work to try to identify that, or just even know where to look first before jumping out there. I kind of went off the faith of God and said, I'm gonna get a van, it's gonna work out, and it's been working out. But in hindsight, I probably, or telling someone else, I probably would tell them, make sure you do a little homework, a little research first, just kind of know where you're at and going. You don't have to have it all figured out, but just having some of the
some knowledge, just
stuff.
jump.
Even down to what you should have in your van. Some people don't know they should have a hand truck. Some people don't know they should have straps and
A
bungees,
dolly.
a first aid kit and stuff like that. So little basic stuff like that you might even miss.
Okay, yeah.
So just having some of that stuff.
Because I never would have thought of a first aid kit at all. Yeah.
Yep.
I got 2 first aid
You wanna have
kits,
some
every
medicine?
type
You
of
don't
medicine
know.
that you need for head. Because I might be on a long drive and get a headache
yeah.
or a stomach ache or nauseous or whatever.
Or on these bands, you might get cut. You need to put a Band-Aid on.
Band-Aid
real quick.
on,
So,
yeah.
you just want to have some of that little, knick-knack household stuff that you probably wouldn't even, like you said, you wouldn't even think about.
Yeah.
In regular. So just, kind of knowing some of that and doing your homework on the front end.
Anything else to add?
And make sure your back office is.
What is that? What is the back office?
Like all your
Administrative stuff.
Yeah,
So
administrative.
really the running
work.
of the business. So
Okay.
all administrative
That's
work.
very-
Paperwork and things.
All your paperwork
Making sure
and
the bills get
receipts
paid.
from gas, just little things that somebody might take and throw their receipts. All my receipts in there from the week, and I staple them and put them away in a file cabinet. Like just little things that you
Organization.
might miss or not think about. You have to.
The little things. So before we wrap it up, tell people if they looking for any services with the vans, any moving states anywhere in the world, where can they
if y'all
find
got
y'all?
any moves
Anywhere in the
fit,
world.
Like I said, I got this van is 12 feet. I have another one that's 10 foot. So anything that can fit in there, we willing to move, we willing to take. We'll figure out a price and we'll do it.
Yeah. And where can they find y'all at?
My phone number, you can reach me 267-978-2621, Manny. And we have an email, Regal Enterprise LLC3 at gmail.com.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Anything else y'all want to add?
Good luck for those that's trying it.
Good luck. It's definitely, it can work if you make it work.
If you believe
Work
in
you
anything,
put in,
it could
yeah.
work.
It's like what you put in.
Like literally what you said, just how you jumped in with faith.
Yeah.
That becomes into believing yourself, like being willing to believe that you can succeed in
It
anything.
gotta work. It's
Yeah,
like,
or you're gonna make it work.
We bought the van, and now our first van we bought on like a Monday. We had a run by like Wednesday or Thursday.
So this is something. Everybody's story might be different. Somebody might get a run the same exact day. Somebody.
That's if you had the homework on the front end.
If you got your homework on the front end, like she spoke about, yes, you can. You can have it set up where you can have a contract ready that the next day after you buy your van. You can look the stuff up on, like we said, Indeed and everything. You can look that up now if you trying to start this.
That's up to y'all though. All right, well, shout out to my cousins, Regal Enterprise. Y'all know where to find them at. Thank y'all for watching the video. Hopefully y'all learned something. If y'all got any questions, like more deeper questions, y'all can reach out to them via email, phone number. Which one? Email. Yeah, reach out to them for email. Any other questions y'all got, and y'all can chat it up or whatever. But thanks for watching. Catch y'all in the next one.
Doing too much. We was young and used to tweak, say we was moving too rough. Run up 100 in a week, but then I tried to take it from us. I gave the rummage my whole heart, cause all I wanted was love. I try to stay up on my mind, cause I be tripping.
Damn, Shaestackz.